Afternoon, cricket fans, and welcome to yet another match day of the Emirates D20 2025. We kick off today's action with Ajman trying to bounce back after that loss to Emirates Blues yesterday, and Abu Dhabi, who finally got their first points on the board, so looking to make a serious comeback and try to finish in the top four of the points table. What about the tail of the track? We have Mudassir Ali in the middle, who will give us his exclusive pitch report.
Well, it's day 10 and match number 19 and match number 22, back-to-back matches, and the weather is absolutely brilliant here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Temperatures going down and there is a coolness in the breeze that might help the players. And when you talk about this beautiful stadium, how can we not mention this lush outfield? It has been lightning quick. A good job has been done by the groundsman. And when we talk about the dimensions, if you're batting opposite to the commentary box end, it's shorter boundary, just 55 meters, and left-hand batters, they will have plenty of advantage when they are batting from this end, and it's almost 65 to 68 meters boundary toward the leg side for right-handed batter. Now let's talk about the surface, how it's going to behave on day 10. It looks like a beautiful track, well maintained by the curator, and especially it has been nicely rolled, as we can see. The wicket is intact. It looks to be hard, but there is some concern for me, especially this area. We can see a visible cracks available, and it might open a little bit up. So the spinners, they might come into play as the game progresses, but keeping in mind it's a day and night game. So we expect whoever wins the toss, they would love to bowl first in these conditions. There is breeze blowing across the ground, and there might be some help for the fast bowlers initially. But believe me, it's a belter of a track. It's batting paradise.
Well, thank you very much, Mudassir Ali. It's the same track as he mentioned in the pitch report, so should be interesting. Points table, Sharjah have really caught fire. 5 wins out of 7. They're tied on 10 points with Emirates Blues, who have been absolutely outstanding in the tournament. Only 1 loss and 5 victories. Asif Khan has been leading the team superbly. Ajman, 3 wins out of 3, so nicely poised. They would like to maintain that winning form, though this win-loss formula could be trouble down the line. Dubai are facing 3 back-to-back losses. They started off the tournament really well, but they have just lost their way. Fujairah, the young side, they have got that 1 victory against Sharjah, but other than that, it's been a bit of a struggle. Abu Dhabi started the tournament with 4 consecutive losses. They finally got points on the board, so let's see if they can maintain that momentum against Ajman this afternoon. So there you have it, the points table, the tail of the track. What about the toss? Mudassir Ali, over to you.
Well, it's a lovely evening here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and we are all in readiness for match number 19. It's toss time. Ajman taking on Abu Dhabi. The captains are next to me. So is our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, in attendance. Adnan will flip the coin and Rohan will call. Head is the call by Rohan Mustafa. And head it is. Rohan, first of all, good to see you back in UAE.
Alhamdulillah, and we will bowl first.
Any specific reason?
Nothing. I think it's a daytime. Try to restrict them, and when you have a target in your mind in Sharjah Cricket Stadium, so then you can chase it on. Of course, we have a very good batting lineup, and again, I always depend on my batting.
Team is struggling. Rohan Mustafa is back in the side. Can we expect some fireworks?
I believe we win as a team. Of course, you gel the team, and you have a motivation, and the player trust me, and honestly there will be nothing much change, but yes, of course I will guide them, and honestly they need only that. I was watching from Canada all the matches, and yeah, we did small mistake. I think we need to cover up that.
All the best and do well for this game.
Thank you very much.
Adnan, first of all, tell us about your injury.
Yeah, I got 4 stitches. I played the first few games, but I'm back again to play this game.
Now they have asked you to post a total, so tough conditions, do you think, because there's a movement in the air, and with the new ball there might be some trouble for the batter. So what kind of total do you think is defendable?
Well, yesterday we scored 160 batting first, and we couldn't able to defend that. They got chased it in 16 overs, But I still think, because we didn't bowl too well. I think 160, 170 is still a good target. It depends on the wicket actually. The first game we played as well, we got 100 runs, but we really struggled them in the second innings to let them chase it. So that's basically it, 160, 170.
3 wins, 3 losses. As a captain, you must be happy the way the youngsters are performing.
Yeah, we are happy. We are in the mid stages of the tournament now, the second half, and we look to win all the games from here.
Adnan, best of luck and give us a good game.
Thank you, sir.
So the news from the centre is that Rohan Mustafa, he has won the toss, and Abu Dhabi, they'll be bowling first.
Much appreciated, Mudassir. So there you have it. Team Abu Dhabi winning the crucial coin flip, and they have elected to bowl first. So let's take a look at the Ajman batting side. Junaid Shamsu, Adnan Mulks. Good to see the senior pro is back. Shahrukh Amin, Ansh Tandon, Faizur Rahman, the young, very, very talented UAE under-19 product, is getting a game this afternoon. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa coming off that fabulous knock. Mohammad Saghir, Raheel Ali, Basil Asim, Essam Matiu Rab, and Ankur Sangwan complete their playing 11. So a couple of enforced changes, but certainly the squad is looking pretty solid. For Team Abu Dhabi, the superstar is back. Rohan Mustafa, Junaid Khan Afridi will come back into the playing 11 as well. Ehtishamul Haq, Ali Abid, Lukman Faisal will be interesting to see whether he still opens the innings alongside Rohan. We'll find out in the second innings. Shehan Veeraratne playing well, the young Sri Lankan coming off a player of the match performance. Mohammad Nadeem, Jeet Bhatia, the young leggy, Raja Akifullah, Zia Mukhtar, and Siam Khan. So that three-pronged pace attack once again for Abu Dhabi will lead the line. In desperate need for points are Abu Dhabi in particular. Ajman would like to win as well. They will feel they have a strong chance. Joining me in the comm box for what should be a fascinating encounter here at the Emirates D20 is Rizwan ur Rahman. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome.
Good afternoon, Ahmed Khwaja. Well, interesting contest. Abu Dhabi taking on Team Ajman. Well, they've coming back from a win, but the good thing for Team Abu Dhabi is they've got the superstar who's led them to the championship in the early editions, Rohan Mustafa, leading the team once again. And they're missing the services of Haider Razak today, so there'll be change in the seam attack for Abu Dhabi. But Ajman at the same time would like to go big against Abu Dhabi, leading as well. The opening pair, as usual, Junaid Shamsu and Shahrukh Amin will start the proceedings. Similar track. They would be looking for a good total on board.
Well, absolutely. Junaid Shamsu has been one of the in-form openers in this D20. Couple of match-winning hands played already. Shahrukh Amin has played a good foil to him as well. Left-hand, right-hand combination. And looks like the way he's standing at the bowling run-up, maybe it will be Rohan Mustafa who will be taking the new ball. So it's not going to be Raja Akifullah as we've seen throughout the tournament. Immediately some new tactics coming in with Rohan Mustafa back in the fold.
Well, under new leadership, you need those new strategies in place, and we've seen these strategies actually working in their favor in the past. And why not? Rohan Mustafa just coming back from a league in Canada, he'll be looking to create some turbulence right up at the top order of Ajman.
Oh, he's a hot property, always in demand all over the globe. Let's see, match sharpness, match fitness. He always maintains that high standard. I like the new boots he's wearing, very eye-catching as well. Maybe I can nick them off him as a gift. my birthday's in June. Maybe a Diwali gift. I'll say, come on, Ronnie, get me a pair as well. Let's take a look at the field. Ring field on the offside. Everybody in. They've got a long on and a deep wicket in place for Junaid Shamsu with the bigger onside boundary. Here we go. First ball. Oh, not quite. Rohan Mustafa keeping an eye on Junaid Shamsu. These two must have played at least 1,000 matches against each other. Bare minimum. So they know each other very well. Oh, chance at mid-off. A difficult one. But it's gone past him for 4.
Well, continuing his good form, it doesn't matter to Junaid Shamsu whether he's facing Rohan Mustafa or Haider Razak. First delivery, and he smashed it towards the extra cover for a beautiful boundary.
Yeah, can't really call that a catch. That flashed past him very quickly. Ali Abid Maybe needs to get a touch wider. Full toss delivery and he'll calmly tuck it away. So it's a positive start here for Junaid Shamsuddin. Shahrukh Amin will have the bigger onside boundary, but the off-break bowler, you need to be careful.
Absolutely. And he's also looked absolutely brilliant in the tournament so far. Quite prolific. He's given that company to Junaid Shamsu alongside Ansh Tandon as well. When Junaid Shamsu could not contribute, he stood there for the team.
Yeah, he's a very solid player, technically sound. And he's gotten off those quick starts alongside Shamsu. That has gotten Ajman quite a bit of success. 3 wins out of 6 matches is perfectly acceptable. Cautious push, but mid-off is in the circle. Good fielding by Lukman Faisal. He needs to turn around his form.
Well, they need to come back to winning ways team Abu Dhabi. We remember you have 2 rounds of leagues. It's a 2 round robin matches. So the second one has already started. And they would look to make a comeback to make sure they're in the top 4 so that they can play the semi-finals.
Yeah, 10 matches each. So certainly it's as if every match is a virtual final now for Abu Dhabi. Cannot afford any mistakes. Absolutely dead straight. Long off has been pushed back, so they'll sneak through and Shahrukh Amin will get underway.
A decent start for Abu Dhabi. Apart from that boundary, it has been straightforward singles and doubles. So at the moment, the whole idea would be to sort of build at least 45 to 50 runs in the power play. That's exactly what both the batters would be looking at. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa was good with bat yesterday.
Another full toss. King the gap. In the end, it's a tidy over from Rohan Mustafa. 6 for no loss. Well, this is very interesting. It's going to be spin from both ends with the new ball. Mohammad Nadeem will be operating from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. He has the shorter onside boundary to Junaid Shamsu. Punched over the offside ring. That's a fabulous shot from Shahrukh Amin.
Well, brilliant hit from Shahrukh Amin. He's looking good as well, continuing on his good form. Easy pickings for him and gets a boundary.
It was a nothing delivery, short wide, real loosener from Nadeem. He is also having an off-color D20. Better delivery, got the length right. But immediately looks like a very, very good batting track. They can trust the bounce, not much turn. Although whenever Ayan Afzal Khan and Ibrahim Masood are bowling, it is turning yards. Use of the feet, but there is no mid-on. Lucky escape, or maybe a calculated shot from Shahrukh.
Yeah, like the intent that is required when you're playing against Abu Dhabi. You need to get those runs with those changes in the playing squad as well. Looking at the batting depth, what Ajman possesses, they have Adnan, Ul Mulk, Ansh Tandon. Good to see Faisal Rahman being given an opportunity. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. I would expect Sagir Khan to bat a bit up the order today. Just give him some game time rather than, getting him towards the 16th or 17th over.
Yeah, he could certainly use some time in the middle. Very fine bowling all-rounder, capped by the UAE. Hard punch past the mid-off once more. Junaid Shamsu keeping his shape and targeting the right areas.
Powerful and magnificent hitting from Junaid Shamsu. Anything in his slot, he's hammering it. The bat speed and the connection says it all. The only thing that I'm concerned about, he needs to carry on. He needs to convert those 40s and 50s into 80s and 100s.
Well, certainly, when he gets set. Half stop at extra cover, slowed it down. But they keep the momentum moving. Good over here for Ajman. They've taken 10 off Nadeem, 16 for no loss. So only 1 over of spin from this end. Raja Akifullah immediately back into the attack. To be fair, they're only going at 8 runs per over, so it's not like Ajman have run away with the show. Deep point and a deep square leg in position for Junaid Shamsu. Already got a couple of boundaries to his name, but will need to be careful. Sliced, but to the right of that deep point, and good fielding. Youngster Jeet Bhatia putting his body on the line.
Oh, he's a fabulous fielder. Jeet Bhatia has saved quite a few runs in the outfield, and what has surprised me is they've just picked up a single. There was 2 always on the offer. Shahrukh Amin was there, but Junaid Shamjo clearly denying the single.
Yeah, certainly poor running. Perhaps he thought he had hit it well enough to pick up 4, or maybe the fielder would give up on it. Neither happened. Cannot leave runs on the table. 232 has been hit off this pitch a couple of nights ago. So certainly you need every single run. And we saw yesterday 160. Emirates Blues made it look like child's play when they were chasing against Ajman. But similarly, 160 later in the evening was unchaseable for Fujairah against Sharjah. So very difficult score, winning score to predict. Outside edge, didn't know much about it, and Nadeem at deep third needed to do better.
But that should have been stopped just in time. The jump well there. He was just trying to cover it up, but in the end, Shahrukh Amin finds the fence.
Premeditating his shot, trying to drag towards the onside. That is sometimes I feel the issue with Shahrukh when he's batting in the power play. He has his favorite areas, and regardless of the line and length, he wants to target there. You need to play the ball on merit. That's much better. Using his feet, trying to play with a straight blade.
Well, his stance, the moment you see his stance, it's clearly visible that he looks to target the onside. And as you rightly mentioned, when you're playing at this level, you need to have, you should be able to score to all corners of the park. And he's got that protection towards the onside.
And he's very strong square of the wicket on the offside as well. So why are you denying yourself that shot? Beautiful delivery. It was that off cutter just nipping away.
With that particular stance, you tend to lock yourself when you're playing the square drive towards the offside. So probably we've seen at the international podium George Bailey probably changing his stance, and it has given him good results as well.
Yeah, even the back of his pad could have been seen by the bowler who was running in. That was very strange. He was a fine T20 player, wasn't he? Former captain. Great pickup. Sweet as you like. Into the stands.
Aggression at its best. He was not bogged down with those earlier deliveries, and he's taken that responsibility to go big. Walks down the wicket and gets the connection absolutely spot on.
You love to see it. Shades of Saurav Ganguly in that one, no doubt about it. That half shimmy down the track. And Raja Akifullah has been treated roughly. He's not had a great tournament. Plenty of times in the power play, these young, fearless batters have accepted the challenge against him. Oh, the hook shot. Couldn't quite connect. But still a good over for Ajman. They keep it rolling. 27 for no loss. Nadeem. That is a better delivery. Times he drifts the ball and gets the arm delivery, finishing within the stumps, he can be a very difficult bowler to get away.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the feet movement, you still don't see that feet movement from Junaid Shamsho. When he's planted his right foot, he's anchored there and he's still producing those maximums and boundaries comfortably.
Yeah, that in dipper does get him in trouble if it's on the right length. Shahrukh Amin, he'll back himself against the left arm spinner. Watchfully played. That's the right approach. Sometimes I feel he connects a few, looks good at the crease, then throws it away. Some loose shots. You can afford to bide your time at times.
Yeah, you could do so. At the same time, you need to ensure you take that responsibility and you cover the deficit. At times, when you have a good bowler, you've got to take some time there. But you should be in a position to cover the deficit quite comfortably then later on. And will be cut off by Ehtasham on that occasion.
Slightly aerial, not quite to the pitch of the ball. It's been a good over from Nadeem, reining it in finally. But Junaid Shamsu will be looking to target that shorter onside boundary. Even a half hit from his blade and it will sail into the stands. Excellent bowling, cramping him for room.
He's just not giving any width or any room whatsoever on the occasion, Nadeem.
It's a half-hearted chip, but still got the distance. One bounce.
Boundary to close out the over. Straight down the ground and as easy as you like. Didn't try to hit it too hard. 4 overs gone, 33 for none.
Rohan back into the attack. Right in the block hole. He has the ability to execute those Yorkers, whether as a medium pacer or as a spinner. So Shahrukh needs to be careful. Don't play across the line. And they will get a single on this occasion.
Immaculate with his line and length. That was the last delivery of the previous over. Didn't hit it too hard. It was just one hander. He knew the fielder was inside the circle and he finds the fence.
Extraordinary power that Junaid Shamsu has. And good to see he's been scoring consistently in this D20. You were here right from day one and he wasn't even opening. When he went up top, that is when Ajman's fortunes changed.
Well, he's a proper top order batter and it's good Ajman realized the mistakes in the first game itself and they backed him up to open the innings and he's delivered.
Oh, big time. Bowled him. Rohan Mustafa makes a complete mess of the stumps as Shahrukh Amin has been yorked.
They say keep trying until you succeed. We've seen Rohan Mustafa consistently bowling those Yorkers and finally getting the better of Shahrukh Amin. Shahrukh Amin will have to depart and Ajman lose their first wicket, 35 for 1.
So Ansh Tandon will be coming in on his regular spot. He's been superb in this D20. He's been scoring at a high clip in every match. It's very rare to see him have a failure. But Rohan Mustafa immediately in the game on his comeback to the D20.
He backs his basics really well. Ansh Tandon, looking at that delivery right on the money, absolutely no clue for Shahrukh Amin. And an inside edge will fetch Ansh Tandon a single, and he gets off the mark.
Excellent over from Rohan. A wicket and keeping a lid on the scoring. 36 for 1. A lot of spin being used in the power play by Abu Dhabi this evening. So far it's done a relatively good job. Oh, Ansh needs to be careful. That front foot press. Sometimes when it's a fuller delivery, he could get in trouble. Bigger onside boundary. But how refreshing has it been to see Ansh Tandon's batting in this D20?
Well, it's definitely a treat to watch. And if you collab the entire highlights package of him, well, he's no less than an international superstar. The Southpaw has been quite impressive in the entire D series.
Oh, he's been in red hot form for sure. Hitting from the crease, mid off in the circle. And forget the circle, it's a maximum.
Well, continues what he's good at. Junaid Shamshu, stand and deliver. Gets another maximum this time. Earlier one was one bounce into the fence, and this one goes all the way.
Yeah, hitting that ball on the rise, not easy at all. But it's the raw power of Junaid Shamsuddin. He's rolled into the 20s in double quick time. Now they've pushed the mid off back. Has he cleared him? Just beyond him. It was Rohan Mustafa in the hunt, but it's another max.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you change the field. Junaid Shamshu likes to go the Pollard way. Look at that connection and the complete flow of the bat. A brilliant hit from Junaid Shamshu.
Well, there's a fine line between courage and foolishness. He's right on the tightrope there. 2 sixes, it's paid off. Heaved towards cow corner. 50 up in the power play for Ajman, thanks to Junaid Shamsuddin.
That's a very valid point that you mentioned. In the process, it's that muscular instinct takes over. You might want to hunker down a little bit. You've picked up 2 maximums, and rightly so. He was in fact trying to go for a big one, didn't quite time it well, picking up a single.
Yeah, sometimes when that adrenaline is really pumping. Oh dear me. Fine leg with a chance. Great catch by Raja Akifullah. Ansh Tandon has thrown it away.
Well, it is not an easy catch by any means. It was swirling in the air. Akiful Raja backpedaling and takes a wonderful catch.
It was the final delivery of the power play. Was that really necessary? Great grab. Kept his eyes locked on it. And 50 for 2 after 6. 2 big wickets have fallen. So damage done in the power play by the Abu Dhabi bowling. Soft dismissal for Ansh Tandon. He should be disappointed. There really was no need. You had the bigger boundary. It was the final ball of the power play. Fair enough, you back yourself, but sometimes you should be a lot more cautious. Chopped away by Junaid Shamsu, but they have a deep point in position. This will be the real test. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa coming off a fabulous 50 yesterday against Emirates Blues. He's been batting consistently well in that number 4 position for Ajman. They need another significant contribution from him tonight. Raja Akifullah, that will really raise his spirits. Has not been having a great tournament, but just that one good moment in the field can give you that self-confidence, Rizwan.
Well, absolutely. I think just to add to what you've just said, Ahmad, Raja Akifullah, quite expensive inside the power play, but outside the power play, it was still economical, going at about 7 or 8 runs and over. At this point of time, they will have to rebuild alongside Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. We know Lovepreet Singh Bajwa likes to take some time, and he's in a good form. He's picked up a half century yesterday, would want to continue from there. At the same time, they will have to take those calculated risks as and when required.
Absolutely, as long as Junaid Shamsu is there, the boundary count meter will keep ticking. And you make a very good point. Just using the fast bowlers outside the power play. That has certainly been one change that has immediately come in with Rohan Mustafa taking over.
Yeah, you see a completely different body language altogether. Well, nothing to take away from Ali Abed. Well, we understand it when they were difficult tracks that they were playing on. But when you have the senior statesmen joining the team, the approach, everything looks different today.
Yeah, they're looking razor sharp. And he demands excellence from himself and his teammates as well. That is why Abu Dhabi in the last 12-18 months in the D series have lifted all the trophies.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he goes by those basics that you've got to follow, the fundamentals. Even though if they are in a complete control of the game, if you have a team chasing down 150 in 6 overs, he would still expect you to give 200% on the field.
Yeah, we have Baz ball at test level. What about D level? Raz ball, something like that. We need to create some branding. Good looking push from Lovepreet. He's been very effective in that number 4 position, as I mentioned earlier. Not easy in the D20 series. Can be difficult to come in and still get those consistent high scores.
Yeah, coming in at number 4, there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You've got to go through that middle over phase. You would be given that responsibility of sheet anchor role.
Slight breeze here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Lovely conditions. Will that keep the dew away? Time will tell. Cautiously played and a tidy over from Raja Akifullah. 55 for 2. So Zia Mukhtar, very experienced veteran fast bowler coming into the attack. Usually he likes to take the new ball, but new tactics being employed by Abu Dhabi with Rohan Mustafa returning, and returning to the com box is Mudassar Ali. Very good evening and welcome.
A very good evening, Ahmed. Rohan Mustafa is back and Abu Dhabi is looking in control.
Just slightly back of length, wanted to whip that away. And I think the performance of the UAE T20 side has certainly inspired a lot of the chaps in the D20. A dream has come true.
Oh, absolutely. They missed the bus in 2024. In Nepal, they were not able to qualify for the 2024 T20 World Cup. But now, it's a big news. The boys will be traveling to India and Sri Lanka.
Truly wonderful news. And even the women's team has been performing heroics, winning their maiden ODI series in Zimbabwe. After achieving ODI status, they won the T20 series as well. They drew the ODI series and they won the T20I series. And now they're in Papua New Guinea. So good to see that even the men's and women's team, they have a busy calendar.
That is why it's always important to have a right leader and have right people managing the team. And Ahmed Raza, he is doing a terrific job with the women's side. We can see that visible progress when we talk about women's national side, led by Isha Oza, the run machine of UAE women's team.
Oh, she has been spectacular. And absolutely, Ahmed Raza, son of the soil, former UAE captain, immediately doing a great job in a coaching setup. And truly, the future is very bright for cricket in the UAE. We are seeing the record purses that they have achieved in the recently concluded ILT20 auction. Junaid Siddiqui, Mohammad Rohid, that is something that can change your life. This is high. Is it long enough? Junaid Shamsu is dealing in sixes tonight.
He's a big cheese for Ajman team, Junaid Shamsu, in a new role, batting up top of the order, and he's making a huge impact, getting those quick runs. Technique has been up to the mark for Junaid Shamsu, especially in this innings so far, not trying to force. He's just playing on the merit of the delivery.
This is spectacular ball striking. 40 of 19. Nothing wrong with that delivery from Zia Mukhtar. It was just in the slot, maybe slightly fuller. But he took a calculated risk with mid-off in the circle. Bit of an ugly heave on that occasion. But still bisecting the two fielders. Junaid Shamsuddin is unstoppable.
This is the beauty of this game. Even ugly heave, as said by you, it will fetches you runs. Not a proper connection, but that force generated by Junaid Shamsu fetches him a boundary. It was played away from the reach of the fielder in the deep. So runs are coming thick and fast. Now intentions are very clear from Junaid Shamsu.
Once again, he's maintaining that momentum outside the power play. Current run rate is looking good for Ajman. Of the 68 runs, he scored 44 by his blade. Very smartly played. Just keep it moving. Lovepreet, he needs to adapt to the situation as well. Just partner him and take this innings deep.
So much of improvement when we talk about Junaid Shamsu. Picking the right deliveries to go after the bowlers. I'm sure you must be impressed the way he's getting runs.
Oh, he's been brilliant. And I'm sure the national team think tank is keeping a close eye on the progress of all of these lads in the D20. You need to dress to impress. And he has certainly done that. Good single taken. 14 off the over. 70 for 2. Extended spell here for Mohammad Nadeem. He's not been particularly effective, going at 10 runs per, but majority of those were in the power play. Now he has some cushion on the onside. Lovepreet, he played that pull shot really well against the spinners yesterday. Can he continue tonight as well?
Somehow I feel Rohan Mustafa, he missed the trick. This is the end which will favor Nadeem because there are quite a few visible cracks available and he might get some purchase from this end.
Nicely bowled. That's the one way you can contain Shamsuddin. If you cramp him for room, if you allow him to swing those big forearms, he can certainly clear the fence with ease. Pulled away, long on, does well. Luqman Faisal, another big name on the domestic scene who's had a below par tournament.
The last few months were really tough for Luqman Faisal. A very dangerous batter, but short of runs, short of form so far in this tournament. And that is the reason Abu Dhabi is struggling.
Yeah, he didn't have a great ILT20 development tournament either. Was just being over aggressive, not playing the ball on merit. You need to be careful, and it's the worst time to lose your form, especially when a lot of eyeballs are on the domestic circuit. You need to grab your opportunities. Look what it has done for the likes of Wasim Akram, Haider Razak, even Vritya Arvind back in the ILT20 because of his solid performances.
Absolutely, and it's not only about Junaid and Rohit Bangaj, but also the newcomers who performed well. They were picked by the league owners, in fact, the franchisee owners, the likes of Rais Ahmed and other players, Ajay Kumar as well. We'll have this conversation in the next over. 9 gone, 74 for the loss of 2.
Well, that breeze is starting to pick up. Could be good signs for Ajman that if they'll have something to work with in the second innings. Siam Khan, right arm fast, slingy action. Another Abu Dhabi fast bowler who has not been on his A game in this D20. But let's see, can Rohan Mustafa's presence inspire him to step up to the plate here? Junaid Shamsuddin, one hit away from a half century. Yet another outstanding knock from the Ajman all-rounder. And he has certainly enjoyed pace on so far. Long off, long on, deep point in position, as well as the two-man deep on the onside. Punishing drive, but couldn't get past the extra cover. That was hit well.
The good thing is that Lovepreet Singh Bajwa is providing that support to Junaid Shamshu. And this is a kind of wicket, if you can get somewhere around 160, 170, you can give something for your bowlers in the second innings. But believe me, it's a belter of a track. So far the bowling has been good. They have not leaked many extras.
Yeah, it's been disciplined for sure. We'll chop it away to short third. That was a tight single. I think Lovepreet might have been in trouble there.
Straight away, going for that run, Akifullah Raja was the fielder. He took his own time, but not able to get the direct hit, or else Singh was in trouble. Look at the stretch, the final stretch, making sure that he reaches in time. But good to see, they're also making sure to rotate the strike, not playing too many dot deliveries. That has been the beauty of Ajman innings.
Got a friendly bounce there, Raja Akifullah. Should be looking for 2. Not quite. I'd like to see this boy, Jeet Bhatia, how Rohan Mustafa utilizes him, the young leg break bowler.
Very impressive in the absence of Rohan Mustafa. Whenever he got an opportunity with the ball, he made that early impact, getting quick wickets. The 10th over in progress. Siam so far bowling tight line and length.
Yeah, that breeze is assisting his in-swinger. On the pads, it was there for the taking for Shamsu. Just needed to flick it over fine leg. But the game is very finely balanced at the moment. A big over here or a wicket for Abu Dhabi and things can change quickly.
He looks to be in control, Siam, and there are a few bowlers who looks for the guidance from the captain, and he was clearly missing Rohan Mustafa's presence in the field. Now Rohan Mustafa back with Abu Dhabi. We can see the change in the approach by Siam.
Yeah, he's a stern taskmaster, Rohan Mustafa. You get it wrong, you'll get an earful. Just in front of that backward point. And Lukman Faisal immediately looking nervously at the captain. What's he going to say to me?
You need to have that fear. Clearly this was missing in the early games for Abu Dhabi. But the ringmaster is back. And they are making sure to put that extra effort in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. He demands your complete focus and commitment in the field. It's Rohan Mustafa's way or the highway. And the highway is just outside the exit. You can easily be sent packing if he doesn't approve. Oh, inside edge. Just a bit of nip off the surface. Drinks break. Time to reassess for both teams. 78 for 2. Fascinatingly poised is this encounter between Ajman and Abu Dhabi. Partnership in development, but there has been a bit of a slowdown in the last 2 overs. Abu Dhabi have bowled with discipline, with accuracy, but they would like some wickets. They took 2 in the power play, but Lovepreet and Junaid Shamsu have kept them at bay for now. And we know after the drinks break, something is bound to happen. Either way, Siam Khan will continue. Cool evening here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. No, Raja Akifullah is back. So Rohan Mustafa has certainly got his thinking cap on at the moment, rotating his bowlers consistently, not allowing Ajman to line up anybody. But once again, the big all-rounder Junaid Shamsu, a fabulous innings so far.
With one-man presence, you can see that the energy level going up in the field. As we also notices in the comm box, whenever Ahmed Khwaja is with us, the energy level is always high.
Half chip down the ground. only going to be a single. Well, we all enjoy good cricket. And we all like to see when there's a tight match in progress, especially that Dubai Ajman thriller we had a couple of nights ago. So when the match is in an interesting position, so naturally, of course, we are cricket tragics. So we enjoy the game as well.
Even in the dead rubbers, if you're in the combat, you make sure that positive vibes and the energy level is always high. And that is what Ahmed demands from his co-commentators.
No, I'm not as fearful or scary as Rohan Mustafa, that is for sure. It's all about fun and games. We have the biggest honor and privilege to be allowed to call these games. A huge thanks to our broadcast partners, the Emirates Cricket Board as well, for giving us this platform to express ourselves, doing what we love. Oh, that one kept a touch low. Well watched by Shamsu.
And I still remember, Ahmed, that final Kuwait versus UAE, and it was a thriller of an encounter. I was so nervous. Was just anxiously watching the game and was not able to do comment on game. So it was Ahmed who was pushing me, was holding my hand tight. They were
Very
asking,
dramatic.
yeah.
You're making it sound like a Yash Chopra movie. It wasn't as dramatic as that, but certainly an unbelievable final. Yet another half century in the D20 for the run machine of Ajman, Junaid Shamsuddin. This time he had to hold it all together, and he's executed that responsibility beautifully.
Calm and composed. The new version of Junaid Shamsu, what we are witnessing here in D20. He got runs with that controlled aggression. He waited for those bad deliveries to dispatch them towards the boundary ropes.
He's showing new facets of his batting in this D20 for sure. Oh, outside edge, but third is in the circle. Streaky boundary for Lovepreet.
A risk taken by Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, and lucky enough, the thick outside edge flies over the short third. 4 runs for Singh and more runs for Ajman. So runs are coming from the blade of Singh as well as from the blade of Junaid Shamsu. So 11 overs done. It's 86 for the loss of 2.
Siam into his second over. Change of ends for him. Oh, this looks pretty adjacent. Big shout. Maybe just sneaking down leg. Could have been a run out as well. It's all happening.
Junaid Shamsu wanted to take that run and he was watching the umpire nervously. Look at that. A big heave. Now Junaid Shamsu going for that run, but all eyes on Asif Iqbal. Not keen to go for that single, but somehow that stretch and direct hit. The curtains were down for Junaid Shamsu.
Yeah, that would have been a double play. Something from baseball. Either leg before or run out. Lucky escape for Shamsuddin. But certainly he's got that in-dipper going tonight, Siam Khan. Rushing onto the pads, and he has that 135, 136 clicks sort of pace.
And yesterday all these boys were watching the auction of Abu Dhabi T10 closely, and few disappointments for these players. But it's a long journey for someone like Siam, just making a name for himself in this region. Age on his side, so all he needs to do is keep on performing.
Oh, absolutely. These opportunities are coming annually now. to play in the IL T20 or the Abu Dhabi T10 or somewhere else. The biggest example of a rapid rise is guys like Ajay Kumar, Sanjay Pahal, who have literally been in the UAE for just maybe 12-18 months, and now they're at the big show. Meanwhile, speaking of big show, the Ajman opener Junaid Shamsuddin has been the best of the lot.
Closely I watched this boy for the past 10-11 years, but this season I'm so impressed. Just short of words when we talk about Junaid Shamsu.
Nice looking flick, but there is a mid-wicket for that in-swinger. Yeah, even in the 50 over formats, when Junaid Shamsuddin opens, he is a 100 maker there, so he does enjoy that top order role.
Even he played for my team for almost 4-5 seasons, but I never praised him.
Maybe you needed a mic. Now you can do that. He'll certainly accept your praises and even your honest criticism. Oh, how is that missed? Pinpoint Yorker, millimeters away from the off stick.
Under pressure, not able to find the boundary against his Siam. Trying to make that room, but lucky escape. Fuller just going past the top stick by millimeters. A couple of close escapes for Junaid Shamsu in this innings. But what a spell we are witnessing from Siam Khan.
Oh, he's bowling beautifully here, utilizing the wind. And very accurate, spot on so far. Another inside edge, it's gone fine. And good fielding by Zia Mukhtar. Big lad gets down. But this is encouraging for Abu Dhabi. Siam Khan is locked in. 92 for 2. Zia Mukhtar needs to bounce back. Expensive first over. Lovepreet catching the inner edge once again. This must be a frustrating partnership for Abu Dhabi. They've created chances.
The trick to get runs on this surface is just to use your feet. They're standing deep in the crease and they're just waiting for the ball to come onto the blade and release those big shots. After struggling for the last few overs, they need to adjust their stance and make sure to go and meet the ball.
Yeah, the run rate has been below 8 for quite a while now. So something has got to give. And just to the right of that extra cover. Only... Oh, he's found the gap. It's gone all the way. Junaid Shamsu, I thought the long off would get there. But perfectly placed.
And today he has got almost 60 to 70% boundaries towards the offside. It's a rare sight. A player who loves to go towards that leg side. He has that very strong forearms. But tonight he's making sure to play on the merit of the delivery and getting those runs for his team.
Very impressive. Pulled away. And in the gap. Junaid Shamsuddin can do no wrong tonight.
First one towards that offside channel now. Coming into Junaid Shamsu. Junaid Shamsu was ready. He anticipated that back of lane delivery from Zia Mukhtar quite early. Early in his position and 4 more runs for Shamshu.
I'll tell you what, this is a better innings than that 80 odd he made in that 200 run chase. Absolutely smeared it. And in fact, he'd be disappointed he didn't travel all the way. Zia Mukhtar is losing the plot here. Hemorrhaging runs, 100 up for Ajman now. In good time, 7.5 overs to go. Off the back foot, it's a miscue. But lucky he landed in front of Lukman Faisal.
Clearly, the day belongs to Junaid Shamshu. A couple of miss-hits went for 4 runs and now a miss-hit falling short of the fielder at long on. Leaving dangerous is Junaid Shamshu, but he knows this is the time you need to shift the gears. These are the crucial overs. Next 3-4 overs. Can Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, can he get better of Zia Mukhtar?
He's been patient so far. But maybe it's time for him to chip in as well. Rohan Mustafa having a slight headache here. 2 runs taken, good running. But one end is certainly leaking a lot of runs.
And this is where we were expecting Jeet Bhatia to come in and bowl a couple of overs. Because especially from this end, nothing going in favour of the fast bowlers. This is the end which might help the spinners. As we saw Nadeem, he bowled just 1 over from this end. And it was a boundary-less over.
You make an excellent point. Might have missed a trick here. Will be a wide as well. So Zia Mukhtar just struggling outside the power play. It's been a patient partnership at 50 for 2. The game could have gone either way.
13 so far, and rightly said, calm and composed, both the batters. Running hard between the wickets, converting those singles into doubles and finding those out boundaries in between. And slowly we can see the rise in that run rate. It's 8.18.
Firm drive to long on. Another productive over for Ajman. They've set up the game nicely here. 13 gone, 106 for 2.
One 106 for the loss of 2. 13 overs done, and Rohan Mustafa still persisting with the fast bowler. And Siam Khan, he bowled good line and length. So far, 2 overs going for just 7 runs, wicketless. Width offered, was not in control. Outside edge, flies over Jeet Bhatia for 4 runs, and just right time to reintroduce Rizwanur Rahman in the com box. Welcome, Rizwan.
Thank you very much, Mudassir. That was way outside the off stump, easy pickings. All he had to do was just use the pace and offer, slicing it towards the deep third for a boundary. A good start to the over, and they can look to maximize from here on.
Oh, beautifully bowled and equally well managed. This is the beauty of this partnership. It was not only about going hard against the bowlers. Whenever width was offered, they slashed hard, they got runs. But whenever the bowler is trying to bowl wicket to wicket channel, they are making sure not to place those big shots.
Well, consistently, he's been bowling those inch perfect Yorkers, Siam Khan. And we've seen great execution of Yorkers from him. Another one hurried on to Lovepreet Singh Bajwa on that occasion. Just going to be a single. Well, what we've seen, Mudassir, throughout, especially with regards to the bowling department of Abu Dhabi, they were still all right. There were no complaints whatsoever. But it's the batting department which did not rise to the occasion. Well, and I think, I'm not too sure, I'm optimistic that Rohan Mustafa must have been briefed about Jeet Bhatia. Jeet Bhatia has been the most economical bowler.
Another pinpoint accuracy Yorker from Siam, and rightly said. And this is the first game. He was not in UAE. He was busy in USA. Came back just yesterday, and not much time to analyze the things what went wrong. But during the toss, he said, "Yes, I know the boys made few errors, especially in the bowling department. So he's making sure to go with the experienced bowlers."
Nicely connected this time, and the ball will not find the fence. We've just realized that Ali Abed is also good at playing soccer.
A wonderful display of soccer skills by Ali Abid, and this is the kind of effort you expect from these players. This is a premier tournament and every run matters here. So just couple of runs, and the best part is this is shorter boundary, just 55 meters toward the leg side of Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, and they're not able to exploit the shorter boundaries because the bowling has been superb.
Trying for the reverse scoop, and in the end a dot delivery to finish off the over. 14 gone, 114 for 2.
Ringmaster is back, Rohan Mustafa. And it's not easy, like for the age, for many years we are used to watch Rohan Mustafa coming with the ball and straight away bowling those pinpoint Yorkers consistently.
Yeah, contributing with the bat and with the ball yet again. Well, he's got a target, he's aiming that one, and is consistently hitting the bullseye.
Let me ask you, you yourself being a top order batter, how to attack Rohan Mustafa? What exactly needs to be done to get runs against Rohan?
Another brilliant one. Just to answer your question, Mudassir Ali, either you walk down the wicket, convert that into a full toss, or if you're good at scooping or doing the ram shots, you've got to fabricate shots. This one has been skied up in the air and it will be taken. Jeet Bhatia with juggling and finally takes one.
And who's the man? It's Rohan Mustafa. But what a knock. A knock played with lot of authority. It was a knock which contained class, pure timing, power. Comes to an end from Junaid Shamshu. A low full toss. Got the elevation but not the distance. Few fumbles. But the young boy, he recovered in time. Third time, he made sure to hold on to it. So the big man departs, Junaid Shamshu. A valuable knock comes to an end. It's 116 for the loss of 3.
Third wicket down, 63 of 42 for Junaid Shamshu. And what a time for Yahya to come out and showcase his talent and prowess. Ideal opportunity to score some runs for Ajman.
And that is why it's not easy to take on Rohan Mustafa. The amount of experience he brings into his bowling. And Junaid Shamshu tried his best to take on Rohan Mustafa, but not a proper connection. And look at the dip in the run rate. Early shuffle and change in plan for Rohan Mustafa. Looking for that out boundary in this over. They need to find at least one boundary in the remaining two deliveries. Another beautifully bowled delivery from Rohan, and not much room offered. So just a single. So what an over from Rohan Mustafa. That's the end of over number 15. It's 118 for the loss of 3. Bowling on a stretch, bowling his final over, Siam Khan. And this is what a true leader makes the difference. Straight away, he came into the side, and you can see that huge impact of Rohan Mustafa leading Abu Dhabi. Siam Khan, he struggled in this tournament with his line and length. He was wayward, gave away plenty of extras, and now we can see he stick to one channel. That line and length has been brilliant.
Another brilliant Yorker. I was just about to say something. If there has to be a nomination for the player who's bowled the Yorkers consistently, it will be tied between Rohan Mustafa and Siam Khan.
One bowling from 3 steps, the other one coming all the way from 30-yard circle. But what matters are those pinpoint Yorkers from both the bowlers of Abu Dhabi. Another one in the block hole. They're going for the quick single. Slight fumble by Luqman Faisal. And last night, I had a word with Siam, and I was just talking to him. What's going wrong with you in the ongoing D20? He said, I'm missing the services of Rohan Mustafa. I need someone who can just come and talk to me. There are few bowlers who have those skills, but they need that arm around, that tap, gentle tap on their shoulders. If they are doing anything wrong, that one advice, it might do wonders.
I would take nothing away from Ali Abid. Definitely, he's led Abu Dhabi for a very long time. But as you rightly mentioned, you need that helping hand, sort of buddy up sort of a thing to take you through the difficult phase. When you're taken for runs, we've seen players more often than not tend to get bogged down. That's when you need to lift them up. And I tell you what, they have wonderful talent. The way they've executed in the previous tournaments has been quite impressive.
They need to win their remaining games to be in contention for that semi-final spot, Abu Dhabi.
It's that one team who will always does have the ability to bounce back, and D series, and they always look forward for a team like Abu Dhabi to play in the semi-final, so that it will be a good tug of war between two teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's a true leader, because even the likes of Umar Ali Khan was rested, though Rohan Mustafa leading the side, no Umar Ali Khan. We always talk about that friendship between Umair and Rohan, but when it comes to cricket, there is a chance. It was rightly sent back by Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. It was the final delivery, and Bajwa was not interested to go for that single. So Siam Khan complete his quota for tonight. Wicketless, but very impressive and economical. Going for just 18, 16 gone. 1-1 for the loss of 3. Three overs, couple of wickets, 13 runs, another Yorker bowled in the block hole. Our boundaries dried up in the last few overs after the fall of Junaid Shamshu. Nothing going in favour of the batting side. The dip in the run rate from 8.20, it came down to 7.55.
My concern still remains the same for Ajman. Well, you know you're not scoring at good run rate. You have the services of Sagir Khan in your dugout. Why not utilize him? Well, Yahya, nothing to take away from him. 2 of 6 so far, but especially in a crucial game, you need to back your power hitters. And he's cleaned him up. 3 wickets. And look at that celebration from the legend Rohan Mustafa.
He's a ringmaster. He strikes for the 3rd time. Those Yorkers fetching him those wickets, trying to do something special, going down on one knee, making room, and a big gap between pad and bat, and Rohan Mustafa celebrates in his own style. That's the end of the struggle for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. The wicket comes to an end. Wicket number 4 goes down. It's 123. Adnan Mulk, the captain, walks in, making a comeback. Still, the injury is fresh. He has got 4 stitches on his left thumb, and this is what happened. Oh, look at that. That accuracy, that is the key for Rohan Mustafa. And that is why the players, they are afraid to play those innovative shots. And inside Yahya running hard, the ball is racing towards the fence. A lucky runs, but what a spell from Rohan Mustafa.
On a comeback, picking up 3 wickets, giving away just 20 runs. We'll talk more about it. 17 overs gone, 128 for 4. 17 gone, 128 for 4, and in comes the experienced campaigner Zia Mukhtar. Well, they've managed to bowl the horses of Ajman, Team Abu Dhabi. Can Zia Mukhtar come back strongly? Remember, he was expensive in the power play, gave away 28 runs, and a perfect opportunity for him to come back and get his bowling figures right.
Backing his senior bowlers, Rohan Mustafa. So much of respect for this player, Rohan Mustafa. He's a fighter. Always make sure to give his 100% whenever he's on the field. A big heave. And look at that effort coming from the youngster Jeet Bhatia. And also good to see someone like Jeet Bhatia. Those little few opportunities, he made sure his presence was felt with the ball, as well as doing a good job in the field. Took the catch of Junaid Shamshu now. That slide saving few runs.
Still a bit surprised that he didn't get to bowl today. He's a brilliant bowler, has definitely created some effect with his wonderful spin bowling. Maybe a different game plan from Rohan Mustafa today, opting to go with seamers.
Now also they need to win the remaining games. And every game is like a do or die for Abu Dhabi. And when Junaid Shamshu was out there in the middle, it was really tough for Rohan Mustafa to make a choice between the senior bowlers and Jeet Bhatia. Another loud appeal, and this time he took his own time, but he raises the finger. He agrees with Zia Mukhtar, Asif Iqbal. And the youngster who is known for getting those quick runs in the death over, he departs Yahya.
Well, trying to play across the line, and in the end, it has been adjourned LBW. Could be a blessing in disguise for Ajman as Sagir Khan walks out to the centre. I thought it would be Sagir Khan who will go out to bat, but it is Raheel who will take that responsibility at number 7. What a good delivery from Zia Mukhtar. Good comeback after being expensive in the first couple of overs. And Ajman will be looking to go beyond that 150 mark just to get that psychological advantage.
I think the last few overs they lost the plot, especially after 12th or 13th over. All they could get is only one boundary, if I'm not wrong, in the last 4 or 5 overs. That to an inside edge from the blade of Yahya, the previous over of Rohan Mustafa. And change of pace. And it's a true wicket. But the bowlers, they did an exceptional job not trying to increase the pace, bowling as per the conditions, and they know exactly what the surface demands, especially from the fast bowlers. Back off length, keep it simple toward the top stick channel, bowl those cutters.
Danger 132 for 5.
Akifullah Raja is back into the attack. Wicketless so far, running hard, but no chance for that second run. So half of the side back in the dugout, but still no sign of Sagir Khan. Change of plans, new strategies for Ajman. We were expecting Sagir to come out because he's a kind of a batter who can provide that late impetus.
Oh, absolutely. I fully echo with you on that, Mudassir. And talking about the team composition, if you look at the way Emirates Blues have actually formed their team, they have good top order batters, three seamers, and good combination of spinners as well. Be helpful for you, the best result.
And most of the great teams, not only in domestic or even at a higher level, at an international level, why they had that long run of success is because you need to back your players. You need to give them a long run. Even if you are playing a domestic tournament as well, I want the teams to give at least four to five games for these boys. Let them settle. Let them understand the situation, because the situations and the conditions are completely different compared to Sharjah and Dubai and Ajman. And here in Sharjah, under the light, sometimes it's really tough for the bowlers to grip the ball. A change of pace and a wide has been called. This is the second time an extra has been given away by Akifullah Raja, and that is why we are witnessing Sharjah how they made to the top of the table, because they did not made huge changes, rightly said by you, not chopping a lot, not in the middle order as well as the top order. Backing the place is the key in such tournaments.
Fully echo with you on that. What completely surprises me is, you have a batter of international who's presented UAE, is still not out to bat, score still under 7.5 runs an over. These are the tactics that you've got to change. If you are in to win, if you're trying to put up a good score, you've got to fight hard.
Running hard, is they are going to come back for that second? Yes, and 2 more runs. Boundary is over, but they have got runs in this over in the shape of extras. So far the story is singles, doubles and couple of extras in this over of Raja Akifullah. 8 runs. Can they find that boundary? 140 on board. Drill down the ground, not able to clear that mid-off fielder. So another tight over, though 9 runs, but a boundaryless over and a good spell from Akifullah. 33 in his 4 overs, wicketless, 141 for the loss of 5, 19 gone. Zia runs in to bowl that final over. Width offered, but not a proper connection. Back pedaling. In fact, it was not easy for Ehtesham. He turned, and it's not easy to keep an eye on the ball. Couple of runs to start the final over.
Clearly not happy with the approach from Ehtesham. Zia Mukhtar says it all. The 7 is what is required to get to 150. Can they get 150?
Rightly said by you, it will be a psychological advantage if they can touch that 150 mark. Superb piece of bowling, running hard, and Adnan is coming back for that second. Respond to the call of a young Rahil. Botted throw from Rohan Mustafa, but lightning quick is Rahil.
Team Abu Dhabi will be happy with the proceedings so far. They've managed to keep it tight. And on your screens, Mr. Amin Farooq.
Manager of Dubai team and passionate cricket lover, Mr. Amin Farooq. Another couple of runs on offer. That slide comes in from Jeet Bhatia, very busy. A deep square leg. And 3 balls. They have got 6 runs. Running hard, Adnan ul Mulk and Rahil inching closer to the 150 mark. A big heave. So much of discipline in today's game for the bowlers of Abu Dhabi, and they don't have the service of they did not had the services of Haider Razak. So when we talk about Umar Ali Khan, both were rested in today's game, but the other bowlers who got an opportunity, someone like Zia Mukhtar, very impressive. He went for 28 runs in his first 2 overs, but next 10 deliveries he gave away just 11 runs.
Down by Adnan. They have managed to do is just pick up a.
We're asking for 150. It's 149. The final ball. They need to find a boundary here. 8 runs, 5 balls. The last over they were able to get 9 in this over 8, so 17. The last 11 deliveries they faced. A full toss, not a proper connection. Got the elevation. Zero chance, no. And coming back for the second dive from Rahil, but a good throw coming in from Jeet Bhatia. One bounce straight into the hands of wicketkeeper, and we are going upstairs. So it's not over. The drama continues here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The final ball, Rahil running hard. Did he manage to make home in time? So 150. They managed in their allotted 20 overs. They just lost the way after 12 or 13 overs. At one stage they were looking good to go beyond 165, 170. But Junaid Shamshu, after batting beautifully, once he was back in the hut, it dented the hopes of Ajman. But still I feel it's a fighting total on board for Ajman. Top of the order, Junaid Shamsu, yet again very impressive, getting those 63 in just 42 balls. It was 18 of 17 balls for Shah Rukh. I mean, nothing much. When we talk about Ansh Tandon in this game, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, he got 31 but took plenty of deliveries to get those 31 and 14. And all important 14 runs from the blade of Rahil Ali in just 10 deliveries, taking them to 150, and 12 extras also helping the cause of Ajman.
highlights. It was another power-packed performance from
Bulk of the runs came from the blade of Junaid Shamsher. In the process, he got to another 50 in this tournament. Few lucky boundaries from the blade of Lovepreet Singh Bajo, but it was clearly Junaid Shamshu, the one-man army for Ajman, who got those runs, batting at top of the order. And this was the end of Junaid Shamshu. It was really tough for him to get going against the likes of Rohan Mustafa, and what a recovery by Jeet Bhatia. And quick wickets going down. Two batters were looking good. They departed, and then the trouble started for Ajman. But somehow they managed to get to 150. And this was the final ball, and the wicket of Rahil. A good throw and a good collection from the wicket keeper by Shihan. So we'll dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be chase on for Abu Dhabi.
We are back live here at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Ajman batting first against Abu Dhabi have posted a score of exactly 150, led by Junaid Shamsu once again getting a fine half century. Support provided by the likes of Shahrukh Amin and Lovepreet Singh, but certainly feel like Abu Dhabi will be quite confident in chasing down this target. In terms of the Abu Dhabi bowling, Rohan Mustafa back in the side and outstanding immediately. 3 for 16 in his 4 overs. 1 wicket apiece for Mohammad Nadeem and Zia Mukhtar. But as a bowling unit, Abu Dhabi certainly did a very, very fine job. So now it's over to the batters of the capital side to make sure they get across the line. Can they go on a bit of a winning streak in the Emirates D20 to keep their semi-final hopes alive? New look opening pair. The man in the bright red helmet is the captain himself. Rohan Mustafa opening alongside Lukman Faisal. Left hand, right hand combination. Lukman Faisal has had a very, very quiet D20 tournament so far. But can he turn his fortunes around with one good innings? He would certainly have the captain's support from the other end. Junaid Shamsu seems like he is being rewarded with his excellent performances with the bat. Now handed the new ball. Does bowl medium fast. Can swing the ball. Has a very good Yorker. So certainly can be quite useful. Can be difficult to get away. Slightly light on bowling resources are Ajman this evening. So they need to make the best of it. These matches coming through thick and fast. There are unavailabilities or niggles. So you really need to have a deep squad. Deep point, deep square in position. Rohan Mustafa, he will certainly look to challenge the Ajman bowling right from ball 1. Play, says the umpire. Here we go. Gentle, fuller delivery outside off, leaving it well alone. So a sighter coming in for Rohan Mustafa. Such a popular figure here in the UAE and of course all over the globe. You can watch all the action of the D20, Emirates D20 free of charge on the Sports Eye channel on YouTube. So get in on the action immediately. Good looking push into the covers, running with the shot. Faiz were having a shy at the stumps at the non-striker's end, but I think Rohan Mustafa had made it safely. Either which way, he is off the mark. There is a light breeze in the air, so might just assist with some swing for Junaid Shamsu. Needs to make sure he bowls the right length, nothing too short. Lukman Faisal, he'll be looking to tee off as he usually does. Attack-minded opener. It has been the cause of his demise in the past though. Good looking push into the covers. So there you can see not express pace, just trying to bowl in the right areas is Junaid Shamsu. Let the ball do the talking. And they certainly will need to take any catching opportunities. Can they just keep a lid on the scoring in the power play? Then they have the spin options. Samat Yurab in fine form. Nicely played. Just to the left of that cover point fielder. So Lukman Faisal's innings is underway. Not a particularly taxing target here for Abu Dhabi. 151, required run rate of just 7.7. So you do feel if they bat the 20 overs, they will get across the line. Plenty of firepower with the likes of Mohammad Nadeem, Ali Abid, Junaid Afridi. A beautiful delivery. Just leaving him late. And a big smile from Junaid Shamsu. Why not? He completely flummoxed Rohan Mustafa on that occasion. Was setting up for the in-dipper and the ball just trailed away beautifully. It's been a tidy over so far from Shamsuddin. He's been having a wonderful D20 campaign. Slightly underutilized with the ball, I feel. Outside edge flies over the keeper. Streaky boundary for Rohan Mustafa. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Had a big old heave-ho. And just ballooning over the wicketkeeper. Yahya had absolutely no chance. So tidy first over from Shamsuddin. Abu Dhabi are 6 for none. Basil Asim. Mysteriously, the youngster has not gotten a lot of overs in this D20 so far, but we know he's a real live wire, Rizwan.
Oh, he absolutely is. He's been given that responsibility. They were lacking that frontline proper seamer, a full-time seamer. Basil Asim does have that capability to nib it off the surface.
Right on the money. Lukman Faisal seems to be willing to take his time tonight. The Rohan Mustafa effect.
Absolutely. When the skipper is back in the team, more or less called as a principal of the team, I must say, you can see the clear communication. Rohan using all his experience, telling him just to stay there, spend some time, understand the wicket, and once you get to see the ball nicely, you'll be able to score runs.
It's all about time in the middle. Nicely bowled. Good areas from Basil once again. Well, we've seen the young fast bowlers in this D20 have really caught the eye.
I just talk about the youngsters. Naseem Khan created havoc. He's picked up Asif Khan, Ali Abid, wonderful wickets, and I would take this as an opportunity. Basil Asim, you're bowling against some wonderful batters, especially Rohan Mustafa, a legend who's served UAE for a very, very long time, and it would be absolutely joyous if you can pick up his wicket.
Oh, certainly. And he even got Vritti Arvind yesterday, clean bowled right through the gate. Naseem Khan of Fujairah, UAE under 16 product. Cautious drive. And there's nobody at deep point. What fabulous placement from Rohan Mustafa.
Well, look at the way he's actually executed that shot, slowly opening the face of the bat. He knew where the field was placed, using the pace and just guiding it to the backwood point region for a boundary. Well, we've seen Rohan Mustafa usually likes to go big with his power hitting capability. This time, just timing the ball to perfection.
Yeah, the field placement was a bit off on that occasion. Cover point fielder was much too square. Now he's gotten finer because they have that orthodox deep cover for Basil. Nicely bowled once again, finishing within the stumps. They will pick up 2 though. Good running between the wickets. With Rohan Mustafa, there is only the 6th gear. There is no neutral, no park.
You have to be switched on, absolutely switched on. You can't be labored in running between the wickets. And it'll be interesting to see how the spinners will operate today. A lot would rely upon Isam Mathiur Rab, Ankur Sangwan. We've seen Isam picking up a fifer in the tournament earlier on.
Leading edge will balloon over short extra cover. Isam was a few yards in. So certainly Rohan is not looking comfortable facing up to young Basil.
And I think it's to do with the coming back to the tournament. He was away in Canada and US playing some franchise cricket and coming and getting adjusted to the conditions. I understand this is his home, but at times, it takes a bit of time for you to sort of settle down in the conditions.
Absolutely, and it's not an easy track to bat on. A lot of wear and tear over the last 3 days. Could be playing on the slower side. Nicely glided once again by Lukman Faisal. He's looking to time the ball rather than smash it. 9 runs off the over, 15 for no loss. Well, Lukman Faisal looks like he wants to tee off here. Foolish outswinger from Shamsu. They need to have a good power play session here, Ajman, especially if they can strike early.
Well, they do not have plenty of bowling options today. We've just learned Sagir Khan is actually not playing. That means that they will miss out another seam option for Ajman. A swing in the air, Lukman Faisal punishes Junaid.
That's a lovely clip. Just swung too much. In the end, it pitched outside leg and just a flick of the wrist. Square leg was more towards mid-wicket, so easy pickings towards that shorter boundary. Right idea, just couldn't execute the line on that in-swinger.
Oh, absolutely. And I think at this juncture, given they're not chasing a mammoth target, Ahmed, I think they can just go at about 8.5 runs and over, and they should be very much in this game. You don't need to go big right from ball one. This is hammered. Will this be caught in the deep? No, it will sail over the roof. What a massive shot from Lukman Faisal.
Well, it was just a matter of time. Slightly short. And it wasn't the bigger boundary. It wasn't a clean connection. But he got the height. He got the elevation. And it has sailed onto the roof. Yep. Couple of bounces and it's out of here. So looks like the fourth umpire will need to get on his bike. Oh, thankfully we've recovered it quickly. That was short and wide, not put away.
And look at the intent from Lukman Faisal. Initially he consumed few deliveries, but he's shown that intent now. But this is exactly what we were talking about. When you have the senior statesman, when you're being backed up by him and the results are in front of you. But what is important, he needs to carry on and he needs to get his personal milestone of half century today. Straight to the fielder and it'll just be a single.
Once again, not in complete control of the stroke. Just struggling to middle the ball, Lukman Faisal. Yeah, you need to follow the Rohit Sharma template. First 3 or 4 overs, he's very watchful. Even deliveries that he can put away, he looks to defend. Just gets his eye in and then he flips the switch in the 5th, 6th over. On these pitches, you need to take a bit of time. Bowled him! Right through the gate of Rohan Mustafa. A dream delivery from Junaid Shamsu.
That was a peach of delivery and getting the big man, Rohan Mustafa, going through the gate. And a brilliant wicket for Team Ajman. Rohan Mustafa will have to head back. And Junaid Shamsu did enjoy that wicket. First wicket down for Abu Dhabi, 26 for 1.
So Basel will continue. Junaid Shamsu, what a ripper of a tournament he's having. Runs and wickets. That too of the living legend, Rohan Mustafa. Can they strike twice? Got big on him, but watchfully played. If you just look at his gather and his release, Basil, he reminds me a lot of former Pakistan fast bowler Aqib Javed, if you remember. But what a ball that was! Pitching on middle and crashing into leg. Beautiful bowling.
Hitting the right area, right length. Brilliant from Junaid Shamsu. Yeah, absolutely. Quite impressive. Basil Azam, age level, has been quite impressive in the UAE domestic season as well. Still must be around 17, 18. Lukman goes big. And it's high and handsome.
Well, he'd had enough. On the top of the bounce, it sat up nicely. And that is not a six, that is a home run. You can walk around the bases, my friend. Huge.
You can never write him off. Clearly struggled in the first 5 matches, but the team backing him up. We've seen some changes. They've made a lot of changes with the batting order as well. Today, Luqman Faisal is looking completely different.
.32 for 1. That was slightly short and wide. Well, it's funny. The good deliveries is hitting to the boundaries, and the bad deliveries, he can't penetrate the offside ring.
Just playing on the merit today, completely different approach, and it has given him success. Basil will have to do something special to get the better of Luqman Faisal.
Can he just get one to nip off the seam? This is the reverse fixture. Second match between these two sides, so he has a bit of history against them. Slower delivery. I believe he got him out in the previous match these two teams played. He got a couple of wickets. It was Luqman Faisal and Mohammad Nadeem that he bowled through the gate. I still remember it quite clearly.
Well, I certainly would not doubt your memory there for sure. You have very strong subconscious memory, and I will fully agree with you on that. But I think, yes, Basil Asim has been impressive, but where is that third option as a seam of a team, Ajman, today? Remember, they are not chasing a mammoth total. Junaid Khan will face the tunes of Basil Asim for the first time. A beautiful delivery, nicely worked away the onside, and just be a single, and Junaid Khan gets off the mark. So far, pretty much in control of the game are the men in yellow.
Well, just want to make a correction. He got Mayank Kumar. It was Junaid Shamsu who got Luqman Faisal. So Basil got Mayank and Ehtisham as well as Mohammad Nadeem. 3 wickets in that previous encounter. They knocked them over quite comfortably. Laid glide, but once again, pace off. In the end, it's a tidy over from Basil. Only 8 off it. 34 for 1. Junaid Shamsu with an extended spell. Good looking push from Junaid Afridi. Another very talented young batter who's been short of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole team, I must say, has been short of runs. Not just Junaid Khan, but yeah, he does pack a punch. And a wonderful opportunity for him to get some under his belt today. It's been a tournament which has been a mix being dominated by the youngsters as well as some senior statesmen. We're talking about the batting. It's been Kamran Atta, Ritya Arvind, Junaid Shamsu contributing significantly. But with the bowling department, it has been Ayan Afzal Khan who's been absolutely destructive with the ball.
Oh, he's had a dream run in this tournament and still plenty of matches to be played. Certainly, it feels like Sharjah will finish in the top 4. So often in the D series they've been the runners-up, losing finalists. Maybe 2025 in the D20 could be the year of Sharjah.
I do remember when you were doing the presentation, Colin Khalid Shah, how long will you be a bridesmaid when you'll be the bride? Yeah, they will look to turn around things this time around.
Yeah, you need to have a lot of resolve when you're always on the losing side. Some ridiculous matches they've lost in D finals. Cut in the air, but there's nobody at backward point, and it beats the boundary rider as well. Raw power of Luqman Faisal.
These are good signs for the men in yellow. Little bit of width on offer and full glide, but just did not hold on to it. And again, looking at the way he was way inside the 30, inside the circle.
Yeah, if you're a boundary rider beyond the rope, you want to take your start from outside the field of play. So when the ball is delivered, you're exactly on the rope. Slight error there. Should have saved the boundary. And also it was aerial. So there was nobody at that catching backward point position. They'll sneak through for a single. Bit of a misfield on that occasion. Shamsu has bowled well, but he needs some support in the field.
Yeah, it is a complete team effort. So when you're trying hard, trying to create those opportunities, especially in the fielding department, the fielding has to be spot on. Nelson required of 15.1 overs. Well, he's got his hand to it, but it will still reach the fence.
Over pitch delivery deserved punishment, but could have been taken. A lucky escape for Junaid Khan Afridi. It was over pitched. He invited the drive. Tough catch for Faizur. He did get a hand on it. Great effort. But in the end, it will trickle away. 44 for 1 at the end of 5. So Basil, well pulled and straight to the fielder. So the youngster strikes and Luqman Faisal throws it away.
That was a very good catch under pressure. Raheel in the deep. That was traveling. That was traveling at the speed of light. And look at that. Comfortable. And in the end, taking the catch in the Aussie style. Luqman Faisal will have to depart. He got a start, just could not convert that into a big one. 26 of 18 for him. And Abu Dhabi lose the second for 44.
So it's Ali Abid coming in at number 4. Another man bereft of form in this D20. Has not got those sizable scores. Can Basel do the trick here? Need to get fielders in catching positions. There is a short mid, sort of a fly deep gully, short third, was slightly off the rope. And we know this lad is a wicket taker. Oh, excellent delivery. And certainly watchfully played by Ali Abid to get off the mark.
Well, he certainly is a wicket taker and has taken Ali Abid in the previous encounter, going through the gate, dismantling the furniture, and would like to repeat that one more time. But Luqman Faisal laid the foundation, started off well, just could not get going. And now the onus is on the middle order of Team Abu Dhabi. Remember, it was Ehtasham Ullah and the keeper Shehan who contributed in the middle order in the previous encounter.
The senior pros need to stand up. It's high time. Good looking push. He's a very strong back foot player, Junaid Afridi. But it's been a long time that I've seen him struggling for runs. He's a very fine player. I really rate him very highly. But he's just stuck in a rut and just needs a slice of luck to get him going.
We've seen that happening with the international players as well. Talking about Virat Kohli, he was out of form for a decent amount of time. Babar Azam, as you rightly mentioned, pointed out. But you will go through that rough patch. And it again, just trying to go aerial but not connecting. Could have been a close one. But in the end, after Junaid Khan gets over the line.
Yeah, Ansh Tandon was slightly deep at that mid-off position. But what a excellent spell from this young strapping fast bowler. Just 18 years of age. And if he goes on YouTube and looks up Aqib Javed, he'll realize he has a very, very similar style. 7 for 37, the great man took here versus India in 1989 or 1993, if I'm not wrong, including a hat-trick, including Mr. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. So you can certainly achieve those heights. A World Cup winner as well in 1992. So much talent we have in the UAE. It's truly exciting to watch. Good looking push, but they are building that dot ball pressure now.
Well, I'm not too sure about what it is, but I can tell you one thing for sure. No wonder why they called you the encyclopedia of cricket in the UAE. Usually when people are watching it live, they might be under the impression that there is some information which is being feeded to Ahmed Khwaja. No, it is not. It is at his fingertips. Wonderful. I do not remember the figures of Aqib Javed, but salute to you.
Well, as a fan of Pakistani fast bowling, these are the numbers you always have in the back of your mind. Running with the shot, Ali Abed could be close, but the throw is at the wrong end. So power play session done. It is very finely poised. 47 for 2. Ankur Sangwan, very fine left arm spinner, coming on immediately after power play. And he can build some pressure on this Abu Dhabi pairing in the middle. They're not in great form. And if you can just pry out a couple of wickets here, could really swing the momentum of this game. You do feel Abu Dhabi have it in relative control, but things can change very quickly. Beautiful delivery, grip and turn, encouraging start. Where's the slip fielder? Mr. Adnan Ulmul, get him in there.
Yeah, you need to have an attacking field, especially when Luqman Faisal just departed. Just try to attack. That's the best form of defense. And they're missing the service of Muzammil Qasim today, and a complete change in the approach from the bowlers of Ajman, and a quick single. Basil just missing out there. Could have been a close one.
Yeah, Ankur is not happy, rightfully so. That's a soft way to rotate the strike. And you can see he is visibly frustrated. Asif Iqbal making some notes in his notebook. I wonder if something has been said. Passions can run high in the D20, as we've seen already with Ajman. Oh, what a delivery. Fizzing past the outside edge.
Good turn on that occasion from Ankur Sangwan. So it was 1991, as you were just talking off air. There you have. He's supposed to be in the com box, Ahmed Khwaja.
Oh, with the legend, Mr. Zahoor Khan. Welcome back. That was the arm delivery, watchfully played by Junaid Afridi. Well, we know Ali Abid looks to go straight down the ground with those big towering sixes, those no-look maximums he's developed. But not going to be easy against Ankur. Deep cover in position. So this partnership just looking to bide their time.
Well, spin has been the strength of Ajman. Muzammil Qasim, apart from that innings against Asif Khan Lala, he's been quite impressive throughout the tournament. Ankur Sangwan, can he create some turbulence? Can he pick up a couple of wickets here? Ali Abid, watchfully played by him, respecting the good deliveries. A good over from Ankur Sangwan. 7 overs gone, 49 for 2.
Essam Matthew Rubb, the talisman of the side. Leg spin of the highest caliber. Oh, chipped in the air. Junaid Afridi did not time that well at all. Got big on him. 50 up, but it's been a nervous 50 for Abu Dhabi. Another 101 required. This is the crucial passage of play. Swing and a miss from Ali Abid. Was looking to launch that over mid-wicket. So once again, it's a spicy turner at the home of cricket in the UAE. And with relatively dry conditions in the outfield, Essam and Ankur will certainly be in the game. They're slightly light on bowling options though, Ajman. So if they are to make a mark, they have to do it right here, right now. Then perhaps later Adnan Wood can compensate for the fifth bowler. Beautiful delivery. He was backing away, trying to open up the offside. Once again, no man in a catching position. Just half a slip in there to keep the batters honest. The occasional single will not hurt. Just don't want to concede boundaries. And two men searching for form at the crease. Very cautious, as you can see, in terms of their strike rates. Especially Ali Abid. Just beyond the tram line on that occasion. As long as you don't get hit for 4 or 6, the extras will not do too much damage. Chipped in the air. This could be a chance. And clears. Ali Abid with his trademark shot. And he timed it well enough. And hit it straight enough as well. Flighted delivery on middle. And he took a chance well executed. So concludes the over with a max 59 for 2. Just about keeping up with the required run rate are Abu Dhabi, but you do sense that the game is on a knife edge here. Ankur and Isam bowling in tandem, certainly getting bounce, turn, but can they get wickets? That is what remains to be seen. Ali Abid just looking to open up. 6 off the last ball of the previous over. Won't be easy to penetrate that offside ring. They've got the short third, slightly squarer. Backward point is very close in. He's 3-4 yards in just to stop that quick single. And that frustration will build. Beautifully bowled, Ankur. Look at those figures. Only 3 runs conceded in 9 balls. Delightful stuff. He's such a talented bowler. Been on the UAE domestic scene for 4-5 seasons now. And he's always been a consistent match winner. Really likes to throw up the ball. Excellent variations as well. More often than not, you'll see him bowling with the new ball. A lot of trust placed in him to provide that control. This is a miscue. Long on, Ankur himself. Oh, just couldn't get there. 3 men herring after the ball. And Ali Abid has placed it exactly in between all 3. Complete mistiming. Toe end of the bat was in the air for an absolute age. And just couldn't get there. Lovepreet or Shamsu. Flirting with danger, Ali Abid. And the Abu Dhabi dugout is starting to look a bit concerned. They're behind the 8 ball. Oh, quick single. Throw was perhaps at the wrong end. They're creating chances, that is for sure. 62 for 2. So the Ajman spinners have settled in here. It's a responsive wicket once again. And now that 151 is looking like a pretty ominous target for Abu Dhabi. If they lose tonight, it will be backs against the wall stuff. Up and over extra cover, over pitch delivery. A mistake made by Assam, and he had to pay the price. That was a long half volley. Just had to chip it over. Short boundary. So they've got that early 4. Can they make this a big over? Now he corrects his length, but the damage perhaps may be done. Ali Abid took a 6 off Assam in the previous over. Is he willing to go downtown again? Nicely bowled. And what I like about Assam is he keeps it simple. I'm a leg break bowler through and through. I'm not gonna faff around and try those googlies, those top spinners. Is this long enough? You bet it is. On the roof. A monster max coming in from Ali Abid. Unburdened from the captaincy. And he's batting with a lot of tempo now. Great strike. Clean slog sweep. And that has gone many a mile. The thud as it landed on the Sharjah Cricket Stadium roof. Spectacular shot. And well, we've lost the ball and might as well take drinks as well. 73 for 2. So back live after the drinks break. Match is fascinatingly poised. Oh no, it's a long hop, but it's mistimed. And great effort, Raheel. Wow. Sensational fielding from the youngster. Saved a certain boundary and almost pulled off a ripper of a catch. 74 for 2. So Ankur Sangwan into his third over. Immaculate spell. Ali Abid has taken a few calculated risks, have paid off. But you still feel it's a nervous run chase here. One wicket either way. Beautiful bowling. Is there an edge? Yes, there is. Ankur Sangwan gets his man.
Getting a lot of purchase from the surface. Ankur Sangwan making life difficult for the batters of Abu Dhabi. He had his own struggle against Sangwan, and Sangwan strikes a beautiful delivery. The wicket they were looking. Ali Abid, he departs.
young man in form, Shehan Veeraratne, coming off a player of the match performance. Very humble, very sweet lad. But he certainly can deliver with the bat. Now they have a left hand, right hand combination at the crease. So maybe that matchup disruption could play into the hands of Abu Dhabi. Ali Abid, once again a scratchy knock. Yes, he hit 2 sixes, but there was not a lot in between. Ajman need to seize the moment here, Mudassir.
What a crucial spell by Ankur Sangwan. And the ordinary looking batting, I would say, from Ali Abid, though he has got a couple of maxim, but not able to read the line and length and the turn which Ankur Sangwan is creating. He's getting from the surface. Nicely managed. Played very late, running hard. Couple of runs on offer.
Yeah, you have 3 options. Either you get to the pitch of the ball, or you go as deep as possible in your crease, or you bring out the sweep shot. And Ali Ahmed just looking to slog across the line. It's not going to work, especially from the end from which Ankur is bowling. There's a lot more turn and bounce. And that was a very smart catch by the young wicketkeeper Rahil. Pardon me, Yahya. Did a good job. Those are never easy. Watchfully played, soft hands. You need that kind of player in this kind of situation. We'll just push the 1s and 2s.
Especially for me, Shehan Veeraratne. Now he holds the key, keeping in mind he got runs in the previous game as well. Left hand, right hand combination, especially one end for the left hand batter from where Ankur Sangwan is bowling. You need to take full advantage of the left hand batter. If you're batting from that end, it's just 55 meters boundary toward the leg side.
Oh, beautifully bowled. And thankfully he played with a straight bat, didn't close the face. Both batter and bowler enjoying the contest. Seems to be another nail biter building here between these two sides. Ajman rolled them over in the first half. Good fielding, great energy levels from the young Ajman side. 78 for 3. So Assam has taken a bit of tap, but Ali Abid is now back in the dugout, so he can look to build a bit of pressure here. Oh, that one kept a touch low. Watchfully played by Junaid. Only going to be a single. Can he spin one through the gate of the left-hander?
Especially there are a few rough patches. The driving length of left hand batter, if he can pitch towards that off stick channel, he might create some problem wherein Shehan Veeraratne, he'll fancy his chances to go big towards that leg side. Every opportunity to get rid of Shehan.
A touch short on that occasion allows him to get away. Current run rate of 7.1 required has ballooned above 8. They still have batting to come, the likes of Mohammad Nadeem Ehtisham. But it can be nervous, especially with the way they've played in the D20 this season. Beautiful delivery, inviting the drive.
Growing in confidence. In the next couple of weeks, he'll be playing in Abu Dhabi T10 as Matthew Rubb. Got picked up by a franchisee team after his brilliant performance in this tournament. He got a 5 to his name, forcing on the back foot. So far, keeping things tight. A good comeback after going for runs in his first 2 overs.
Yeah, that's the one thing we keep insisting. You perform at the D series level, you will be scouted, you will be spotted. Oh, long hop and dispatched. Fantastic strike from Shehan, the man in form.
Ample of time for Shehan to adjust himself on the back foot. He waited and dispatched Isam Mathur Rab. A beautiful strike, a massive hit, a maximum, a much needed maximum. Looks to be in control. Early days in this innings for Shehan, but he's in good touch, got runs in this tournament. So we can see that confidence, not afraid to take on Isam Mathur Rab. And all of a sudden there's a dip in that required run rate. But it all depends on this pair for me.
Yeah, that was too easy. Shorter boundary, even a miss hit would have landed in the Sachin Tendulkar stand. He did one better and hit it on the roof of it. Reserve umpire Mr. Ali Kamran out there with a new set of seeds to pick from. So Assam has taken a bit of tap today. 3 sixes hit of him. It is part and parcel of the life of a young wrist spinner. Well, he switched to off spin and a tidy delivery. But Abu Dhabi seemed to be on track here. 88 for 3. So the fifth bowler coming on for Ajman, Raheel Ali. He's been outstanding in the field. Got a few runs with the bat. Can he create an impact here? 1 wicket, you feel, will get Ajman storming back into the game. 63 needed of 8. On paper, you feel Abu Dhabi should get it done, but it's a batting side that is clearly out of nick. And that scoreboard pressure could go in favor of the bowling side. Beautifully driven on the up. That's a gorgeous shot from Shehan.
Beautifully managed. And welcomes Raheel with a boundary. Stylish looking Shehan goes over unstunned covers. So this is how you get runs on the surface. Just wait for that bad deliveries, latch onto those opportunities and get those runs. Oh, sharp turn. Get a slip in position.
Yeah, he does have the footmarks to work with of all the right arm seamers from the Bukhater end. Awkward looking sweep shot there. So he is certainly getting a lot of purchase. Something for Adnan Al-Mulk to work with. And immediately Junaid Khan Afridi having a word with Shehan, telling him, mate, don't worry about it. We've got an early boundary. Let's just get 6 or 7. That's all we need. Once again getting himself in a tangle. Whatever Junaid Khan said, Shehan didn't listen.
got tempted because there is no one at the final leg position. It's a 30-yard circle, and really don't understand why he's not opting for a slip here. A good comeback, and good to see someone like Raheel, after going for a boundary, bowling full at the very first ball. He pulled his length back, and all of a sudden he looks a bit awkward. Shehan, quicker delivery, nicely bowled, running hard, Junaid and Shehan. But great work by the fielder, Ankur Sangwan. So just 5 runs from that first over of Raheel. 13 gone, 93 for the loss of 3. Isam Matthew Rub, he will continue, and it will be shorter boundary for Shehan. And we have seen in the previous over of Isam, he went for the big shot, another maxi. Oh, what an effort! He tried his best. It was travelling like a rocket towards that corner. But what matters are 6 more runs for Shehan. And look at that effort coming in from the fielder. A valiant effort, but not an easy, as it was connected well. A proper connection between bat and ball, and looking confident is the Shehan Veeraratne. Maximum followed by 4 runs. So runs are coming thick and fast, and 100 comes up for Abu Dhabi. The youngster came in. The team was in a bit of bother, but with that maximum boundary, he released that pressure. Beautiful piece of batting. What a counter attack, and just the right time for Isam Matthew Rub to come around the wicket. This time he goes over extra cover field. It's raining, boundaries here. It's Shehan Veeraratne show here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and let me welcome back Rizwanur Rahman in the comm box.
Pyrotechnics on display, completely different Shehan Veeraratne today. Well, we've seen the aggressor's role that he's adapted. Remember, Junaid Khan has been there for quite a while. Shehan Veeraratne just arriving at the crease and making amends. 14 runs already off the over. He's targeted Isam Matthew Rub, and yet again will find the fence. The runs are flowing like a stream of river.
Easily he's getting after Isam, trying to bowl that off-break delivery. And good to see he's adjusting well in that crease, not trying to come down the track, waiting for the ball to come onto the blade. 20, in fact 18 runs so far. A chip work for Shahrukh Amin. 19, they have got those runs in this over. Controlling the things is Shehan Veeraratne.
We've always spoke about control aggression, but I like this approach from Shehan Veeraratne. Well, he was the rescue ranger in the previous game alongside Ehtashamul Haq, but today yet again delivering when the team needed the most. A beautiful delivery, good comeback, but it is too late. 51 is what he's given in his allotted 4 overs, and no wicket for him today has been touch expensive. 14 gone, 112 for 3. In T20 game, we always talk about one good over. One good over, we say, will change the course of the game, and that's exactly what happened. 19 runs were leaked in that particular over. And all of a sudden, Team Abu Dhabi back in driver's seat. 39 required now of 36 deliveries, and should be pretty much straightforward walk in the park from here for Team Abu Dhabi. Junaid Khan has done well, given they were losing wickets at regular intervals. 20 of 23 for him. Luqman Faisal laying that foundation initially for the team. Ankur Sangwan, brilliant, 3 overs, 9 for 1. Can he pick up a wicket? Played it late and a misfield. Will just be a single. And I must give credit to the youngsters, Raheel in the field alongside Basil Asim, Shahrukh Amin as well. Quite energetic, like a live wire. It's just that they don't have many runs on board. Played towards the fine leg, waited for it, and the ball will find the fence. He knew exactly where the fielder was placed. Shihan Viraratna getting another boundary in this over.
That is why it is so important to back your youngsters, and credit should be given to Abu Dhabi management for backing these youngsters. He had his own struggles in the previous season of D series, but now he got that exposure, he got that experience playing with some of the legends of the game here in UAE under the captaincy of Rohan Mustafa, and also he has the service of Mr. Amit, the manager of this team, and also the head coach, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ron. So they did a pretty good job, Rizwan. You always need to back youngsters, and you need to guide them in the right way.
Oh, absolutely. And he goes over extra cover this time, Junaid Khan. They say it's not always that they pick superstars. They convert good cricketers in superstars and in match winners. So you have 11 players. You want to be a match winner, and he's been the match winner. He was a player of the match earlier on, and yet again delivering. And what a knock he's played. 41 of just 19 deliveries. Just when the batters were struggling clearly. Rohan Mustafa did not get going initially. We'll talk more about it. 15 overs gone. 1-2, 1 for 3. Raheel will continue. 5 for none for him. But this will be a test for the youngster. Full toss just driven down the ground. I reckon they bought him a little too late. Raheel was introduced. They were searching for that option for number 5 bowler coming in the 14th over. In fact, 13th over.
Now he has that extra time, Junaid, because thanks to Shihan Viraratne, a blinder of a knock is playing on the surface. The top order, they struggle especially against the spinners, but he came in and with ease he got those runs, especially 19 in the previous over of Isam. Also, I feel sometimes to achieve that greatness, all you need to have that. You need to be quite patient while you are trying to achieve something, not only in sports, in every field. That is what we have witnessed from Abu Dhabi. Initial 3-4 years, Rizwan, they struggled. It was after 3-4 years They made into the finals and they lifted their first trophy. So sometimes it takes years to achieve the greatness. And now we can see a completely different unit of Abu Dhabi. Though they are having their own problems in this tournament, they did not have the service of Rohan Mustafa. Out of 5 games, they have just won one game. But still, we can see that confidence in the eyes of the batter, especially Shihan Veeraratne. Tossed up delivery. Is there a chance for Anshtandon? Yes, he makes no mistake. So out of nowhere, wicket goes down thanks to Raheel, who bowled brilliantly the first over, going for just 5 runs. Now he gets a wicket to his name.
Bowls from a wide of the crease there, Raheel. It creates a trajectory where you try to go towards the long off, and in the process of expediting, he'll have to walk back. 23 of 28 for Junaid Khan, and Abu Dhabi lose another wicket. Ehtisham will come out to the center. Gets off the mark in style. It's this duo who has got their team over the line in the previous encounter. 16 gone, 1-2-7 for 4. Stundon has been introduced into the attack. Is it too late? 24 required, just about 6 runs and over from here on. And Shihan Veeraratne yet again playing extremely well. Look at that, running between the wickets. That was just a single, and they managed to pick up a couple of runs with quick running between the wickets.
Fresh legs. Ehtisham ul Haq. He was the one who was running towards the danger end and made it comfortably. Now will he fancy chances against Anshtandon to go towards that leg side? Oh, beautifully managed. How quickly he adjusted himself, Rizwan here. Another shot played with lot of authority and exploiting those big areas, vacant region.
The transfer of weight on the back foot and the chip in the air, getting the timing right. He knew where the field was placed and guided it towards the extra cover. But these are good signs for Team Abu Dhabi, and 50 comes up for Shihan Veeraratne. Back-to-back 50s for the Sri Lankan left-hand batter.
growing in confidence, and this is how you get runs and responding to the call of the management and the faith which the management and the captain, the trust put in into Shihan Veeraratne. Now he's coming out with flying colours. Always treat towards a youngster making his way the domestic circuit, performing well. And this is also how you get in the good books of someone like Rohan Mustafa. All you need to do is perform.
It's all about the progress card. It's all about the report card. And this one will be a boundary for Ehtesham. As easy as you like, unstunned and been expensive. 11 runs already off the over. Easy pickings for Ehtesham.
The last few overs they were not able to stop the flow of runs. Played very late and no chance for Adnan ul Mulk. 13 runs so far in this over. In fact, 11. A couple of boundaries. A double, a single. Yes and no. This time he was a bit finer. Adnan ul Mulk. They have just lost the plot completely here. They started off really well. They got those wickets at the right time. But Shihan Veeraratne denting the hopes of Ajman in this game. Now just 13 needed of 19 balls. Let it go, very watchful, but they have got those runs in this over. 17 gone. 138 for the loss of 4.
Required now. Well, up until time Shihan arrived at the crease, it was still even Stevens. They were clearly struggling against spin. Ankur Sangwan creating some turbulence, but ever since Shihan Veeraratne arrived, well, that has been hammered onto the roof of Sachin Tendulkar stand. He's on fire.
Smoked. Very solid on the back foot. Waited and dispatched towards that corner. Dealing in maximums and boundaries. Shihan making sure not only to get those 2 points, also he's making sure to better their net run rate. Every game is important for Abu Dhabi. They did not have a good start in this tournament. Not in control, and this time he finds the man. It's Lovepreet Singh Bajwa at point. Change of pace. Nicely bowled by Basil. The damage has been done by Shihan Veeraratne. A knock to remember. 57 runs.
Yeah, trying to repeat the previous one. Hitting the outside edge of the bat and straight into the hands of Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, who's got safe pair of hands. But he's done the damage. 57 of 27. 6 boundaries and 3 ballistic maximums. And he's got 1 foot already towards that win. Shihan departs and Abu Dhabi lose another wicket. 7 required. In comes another destructive batter, Mohammad Nadeem, in at number 7. Well, and he finds, well, wonderful effort by Issam Matthew Rubb. He's put his body there just to ensure they save couple of runs, and Mohammad Nadeem gets off the mark. And just that 5 required now. Just a single. Talking about the way Ajman and Abu Dhabi have planned out their innings, winning the toss, opting to bowl first Rohan Mustafa. They did exceptionally well with the ball, restricting them to 150. They were pretty much to the point with the bowling department, and now with the bat. Initially, some fireworks from Luqman Faisal, then Shehan Veeraratne. Ehtisham goes aerial, unstunned and settling underneath it, and that will be a maximum, and that will be the end of the innings. Abu Dhabi register their second win of the tournament.
And with this maximum, he kept the hopes of Abu Dhabi live in this tournament. Did not had a good start to this tournament, but back-to-back wins. They are into the business here in D20 2025. Abu Dhabi, they have won this game by 5 wickets in hand, chasing 151. They had their own problem at the top of the order. Few quick wickets went down, but they went on to chase the target in just 17.5 overs. Ehtisham getting those winning runs and shake off hands between both the parties. It's a bowling department yet again not coming to the party for Ajman. We're able to post a respectable total, but clearly the fast bowling department, they are missing quite a few fast bowlers in their lineup. Dejected is Adnan ul Mulk. The young side of Ajman, they're just not able to come out with the flying colours in this game. And Rohan Mustafa is back, so is Abu Dhabi in this tournament. What a wonderful chase we have witnessed. So the match number 19 going in favour of Abu Dhabi. There is one more match lined up. ECB Blues, they'll be taking on Dubai. Rohan Mustafa, 12 to his name. Luqman Faisal took his own time but got runs that will boost his confidence. 26 of 18, 23 for Afridi. Ali Abid managed run a ball 18. They were in a bit of bother, and the asking rate was around 8.5, but at the time arrived Shehan Veeraratne, new hero for Abu Dhabi. 57 on a turning track of just 27 balls. That clearly shows the class of this left-handed batter. Ehtisham ul Haq remained unbeaten on 12 and 3 for Nadeem. And it took just 17.5 overs for Abu Dhabi to go past 150.
Where they certainly lagged a bowler in the bowling department. 1 for 27 for Junaid Shamsu. All 3 overs. Basil Asim was a touch bit expensive. 2 for 35. Ankur Sangwan, the pick of the bowlers. 1 for 18 for him. Issam Matthew Rubb, quite expensive today. Has been off colour today. None for 51. Rahil Ali bowling couple of overs. 1 for 11. Ansh Tandon, none for 11. 2 extras in the tally. Talking about the highlights of the game. Initially, it all started with Rohan Mustafa and Luqman Faisal. They took a bit of time initially, considering the conditions and everything. Then Luqman Faisal went all guns blazing. There was a peach of a delivery from Junaid Shamsu, getting the better of Rohan Mustafa, and then runs were flowing comfortably. Half chances created. Luqman Faisal then had to depart. Beautiful ball from Rahil. Ali Abid joined the party. He was getting runs comfortably today, and couple of maximums from Ali Abid. Then it was caught behind. Then came Shehan Veeraratne. Well, he had a game plan in place, and from ball one, he was striking it really, really well, getting runs at comfort and ease to all corners of the park. Nisam Mathura, very expensive today. That 1 over went for 19 runs, remember. Ankur Sangwan was impressive with the ball, just could not get those wickets going. And then a good catch in the deep. Again, Ehtisham walking in late, playing some wonderful shots. Shehan Viraratna was caught out by Lovepreet Singh Bajwa at a backward point region. And that was the winning shot. High and handsome. And what a way to get those 2 points for your team. Well, in the end, it's the men in yellow who gain another 2 points on board. Ajman batted first, scored 150 for the loss of 6 wickets, thanks to Junaid Shamshu, 63 of 42, the man who's in some sublime form. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, 31 of 29 for him. Shahrukh Amin, 18 of 17. Rohan Mustafa coming back from a break. He was playing a lot of franchise cricket across the globe. 16 for 3 for him. Mohammad Nadeem, 34 for 1. Zia Mukhtar was expensive, but picked up a wicket, giving away 41 runs in response. Shehan Viraratna leading from the front, 57 of 27. Luqman contributing 26 and Junaid chipping in with 23. Basil picking up 2 wickets. Rahil 11 for 1 and Ankur 18 for 1. In the end, it was Abu Dhabi who managed to cross the line, winning by 5 wickets. Right then, we will dive into a short break, and on the other side of the break, we'll have Ahmed Khwaja for the post-match presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 19 of the Emirates D20 2025. It's yet again victory for Abu Dhabi as they pulled off a 151-run chase in just 17.5 overs against Ajman. A lot of star performances, but there is one exceptional batter who will get the Player of the Match medallion. It will be presented by our match official, Mr. Waqar Latif. And it goes to the flamboyant left-hander Shehan Viraratne, once again winning the match for Abu Dhabi with a fabulous knock of 57 of just 27 deliveries. Shehan, once again, many congrats to you. You are settled in that number 5 position in the heart of the middle order. Is that the place you enjoy ideally? Have you had a word with the coach?
Yes, of course, because my situation going number 4. So I can handle the situation also. So about the pitch and about the match, how what is happen, what we need for my team, for my side. So I will do something for this.
And of course, you've played with him for a couple of seasons now, but having a captain like Rohan Mustafa, what is the kind of atmosphere he creates in the ground and in the dugout?
He's a very good captain. So nothing any pressure. So he said, play your natural game, then I play my game only.
Well, you hit 3 maximums today. Which one did you enjoy the most?
I think leg spinner. So because No, I play my normal game. If I saw the ball, then I will hit. So that's it.
Well, keep playing your normal game because it's doing wonders for Abu Dhabi. Well played.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's all from the post-match presentation. Stay tuned. We have another match coming up at 9:30 p.m. local time.